The world of AI video generation continues to blow our minds. Just when we thought OpenAI's Sora was the peak, Runway's brand new generative video model Gen-3 Alpha is here, and it is about to change the game. This thing is next level, delivering high-quality, super realistic videos that previous models could only dream of. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into everything we know so far about Gen-3 Alpha, Runway's powerful new AI video generation model. Earlier this year, OpenAI dropped Sora on us, showcasing how far AI video generation has come with its insanely realistic and consistent outputs. Just when we thought nothing could compete, Runway has been secretly working away and has now pulled back the curtain on Gen-3 Alpha. This new model is shaping up to be a real Sora killer, with the crazy visuals it can generate. So in this video, we'll break down what's new, show some wild example videos, and talk about how this changes the game for content creators like us. Smash that like button, guys, and let's get straight into the video. Alright, before we get into the details, let's rewind a bit and talk about how this all went down. Runway first teased Gen-3 Alpha a few weeks back and showed off some incredible sample videos, like an astronaut running through the streets of Rio, a balloon floating down an abandoned alley, and extreme close-ups of macro photography worlds. And all of these complex and high-action videos were miles beyond what previous AI models like Runway's own Gen-2 could accomplish. Gen-2 struggled with anything more than simple panning and zooming, but now finally, we've got our hands on Gen-3 Alpha, and the capabilities here are really impressive. In their press release, Runway highlighted a few key improvements that allow Gen-3 to generate such incredibly realistic and intricate videos. First off, it was trained on a huge dataset of video clips sourced from social media sites. We're talking over 12 million videos totaling thousands of hours of footage. This exposes it to a ton of real-world examples to learn from. Next, they leveraged some advanced neural network architectures that specialize in generating coherent, diverse videos shot from never-before-seen camera angles and movements. This gives Gen-3 way more flexibility to bring our creative prompts to life. Finally, they implemented a bunch of optimizations under the hood that allow it to generate videos 2-3x faster than previous models without losing any quality. And all of these improvements really add up, as the final result is nothing short of amazing. In their preview, Runway highlighted just how far this new model pushes boundaries with some mind-blowing generated videos. One example showed an astronaut running through a photorealistic urban alley in Rio. Previous gens couldn't handle high-motion scenes like this, but Gen-3 rendered the movement smoothly and filled the environment with vivid details like street art and signs. A few wobbly textures made it obvious that the video was AI generated, but overall incredibly impressive. Another clip showed a camera gliding through the coral-lined streets of an underwater neighborhood. Schools of fish swam by, which reacted naturally to the camera's presence in the scene. And like before, small inconsistencies appeared here and there, like a fish momentarily disappearing or its head morphing into its tail. But the composite scene felt wholly believable. Runway also showcased some epic landscape views, which really demonstrated the model's creative capabilities, with prompts like an enchanted forest conjuring up lush, painterly environments straight from a fantasy epic. And the best part, I think, is the cinematic camera movement, which really brings these scenes to life. So while it's not completely flawless, the boundary-pushing videos left no doubt that Gen-3 Alpha represents a massive leap forward in generative video capabilities. Runway's preview left us eager to see what else this AI beast can create. Fortunately, Runway just released Gen-3 Alpha to the public, so now we can really put it through its paces. I've been playing around with it non-stop, and let me tell you, this thing is an absolute game changer. If you're wondering how you can access it as well, first you would need to sign up for a Runway account. Once that's done, just head over to the text-to-video tool in your account, and you'll see the Gen-3 Alpha model available right there in the model drop-down menu. Select it, type in your prompt, choose a 5 or 10 second generation, and that's it. The wait times are insanely fast as well, with 5-second videos generating in about 60 seconds and 10-second ones in around 90 seconds. The resolution may start at 720p to allow for that speed, but the visual quality is still leaps and bounds ahead of what we've seen before, and you can bet even higher resolutions are on the roadmap as this technology continues advancing quickly. Alright, we've seen the shock and awe of what Gen-3 Alpha can do, but as creators and videographers, why is this technology actually useful for us? What are the practical benefits? Well, let me show you. Say you're a video editor who's working on a travel documentary. You have interviews and local footage, but you weren't able to capture aerials of the landscape. Now you're pretty much out of luck here unless you head back in with all your gear and get the footage. But now, this changes. You can simply describe the missing aerial shots, and Gen-3 Alpha generates them for you. And the level of detail, the photorealistic shots you get here are so impressive you can actually use a short clip in a video or a documentary, and no one would probably even notice. The time and budget savings here are massive. You didn't have to organize an aerial shoot or dig through stock footage. The AI delivered custom, on-brand shots tailored to your exact needs. As an editor, having this tool to fill gaps between production and post is an absolute game changer. But it goes way beyond just filling in holes in production. You can also create completely novel visuals that would be incredibly difficult or impossible to capture otherwise. Say you want an abstract liquid simulation floating in zero gravity. Doing that practically requires deep knowledge of tools like Blender and tons of time. With Gen-3 Alpha, you can completely skip that technical complexity and just describe what you want. In minutes, you can create mesmerizing original visuals that would have taken days of work and learning before. This allows creators like me to stay in a constant creative flow state instead of getting bogged down in technical nitty-gritty. Now that we've covered some of the practical creative benefits, let's get into the details a bit on how to make the most of Gen-3 Alpha as a user. First and foremost, just like every other AI platform out there, prompting is really important. The more detailed and descriptive you can be with your prompts, the better results you'll see. Personally, I've found using film terminology like shot framing, camera moves, and lighting styles pretty helpful. The AI will pick up on these cues and deliver videos that exactly match your vision. For example, a slow zoom into a tabby cat in a spacesuit seated in a cockpit creates a very different result than just a cat video. Leaning into specific film vocabulary will take your prompts to the next level. Of course, you can use helpful LLMs like ChatGPT or Claude to also assist you in converting simple prompts into more robust ones with richer details. And don't be afraid to experiment. The more prompts you try, the more you'll learn about what works well with Gen-3 Alpha's capabilities. I'd recommend you also check out Runway's own prompting guide for more tips to level up your video creations. Their support articles also offer step-by-step walkthroughs for getting set up and mastering this game-changing tech. Alright, so we've covered a ton so far about Runway's game-changing new Gen-3 Alpha release. From the jaw-dropping preview montage to practical creative uses to expert prompting tips, this new model clearly represents a massive leap in AI video generation. But I know the big question on everyone's mind. How does it stack up against the current video AI frontrunners like Sora? Let's get into some comparisons. Now, in my opinion, Gen-3 Alpha definitely gives Sora a run for its money. The image clarity, motion smoothness, and high video resolution we've seen so far rivals, if not surpasses, OpenAI's model. I was seriously impressed by the intricate lighting and reflections in many of the Gen-3 outputs. That said, Sora likely still has the edge when it comes to consistency and coherence over longer videos. Some of the Gen-3 clips showed objects warping and flickering a bit over time. Sora sets a very high bar there, but while Sora can produce longer videos, Gen-3's faster generation times allow for quicker iteration and experimentation. That's a huge advantage for actually creating content. And let's not forget to mention that Sora is not publicly available yet, and there's no official news from OpenAI when it would be. So if you want to try out AI video generation, I'd say Runway is your best bet so far. There are some other competitors like Dream Machine by Luma Labs, but really it's no competition with regards to quality, detail, and the scale of what you can achieve with Gen-3 Alpha. Gen-3 Alpha sets a new high watermark for what's possible with an AI video generator you can actually use today. It surpasses anything else publicly available. So that was all for this video. If you liked the video, why not like and subscribe? It's sure to help the channel and motivate me to continue doing what I do. If on the other hand you didn't like the video, please let me know in the comments below so that I can improve my mistakes. As always, you've all been fantastic. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.